John Spence.
Thank you very much, Kevin, as the field makes its way through the third and fourth quarter. And the green flag is dropped. And into turn number one. Chase Dowling is going to be the guy they're chasing down the back straightaway. Look at Kobe going right to work, rolling up the sleeves early on.
Settling in, and patience is going to be the name of the game as they hit turns 1 and 2. Dowling and Silk run 1 and 2. Kobe trying to settle in front of DiMatteo, but Dana having a good run down on the inside early on, trying to hold off that inside lane. He is not able to, and Kobe settles in behind. Look at Justin Bonsignore from the top to the bottom underneath DiMatteo.
And he's putting a lot of pressure downstairs coming off turn number 4. Stays right there, right behind the Mayhew sponsored number 10 car with Kobe at the controls. Opening lap leader is the number 9. That is Chase Dowling, the guy to chase him.
Across the stripe they go right now, side-by-side battle is for 7th, the 3 of Matt Swanson, the 13 of Dylan Izzo, and Izzo backsliding just a little bit up top as Max Zackham works underneath in front of them. Here comes Woody Pitkat down underneath DiMatteo and takes the spot away.
Nice move by Pitkat. He stays down low. DiMatteo tries to stay pace for pace with him down the back straightaway. Nothing happening there as Pitkat's trying to catch the 0-0.
Max Zackham moves up a spot into 8th. He's got Matt Hirschman glued to his rear bumper down the back straightaway. He and Dylan Izzo go side by side momentarily. Dylan settles in behind the Tri-Track Modified champion, 5-time title holder, with Roby right behind. Les Hinckley, the 75 of Pastriak, the 07 of Kyle Bonsignore in tow as well.
Silk is strong here at the drop of the green flag to get this race underway. Seems to be content with where he is right now, Kevin. Just giving chase to the number 9.
He is. He's just riding around. You got a long way to go, and 100 laps here can go off in a heartbeat. But if you're not ready and have the guard there for the end of the race, you're going to be in trouble. And while they're racing and just cruising around, deep in the field, they are really pushing for position. Tommy Catalano in the 54, the 50 of Carl Medeiros, they were racing side by side just a moment ago.
So Kobe's 3rd, Justin Bonsignore is in 4th spot, Woody Pitkat is 6th, then DiMatteo, then Matt Swanson in the 7th spot, Max Zackham. Matt Hirschman is in the 10th position.
Little deep in the pack, Kyle Bonsignore picking up a spot, slides by the 75 of Chris Pastriak. Jake Johnson right there, filling the void in down on the inside. The 99 of Richard Savory right there, trying to work through as they come off of turn 2. And in front of them, Roby and Izzo battling side by side. Roby goes around.
Yeah, Brian Roby, the son of...
And it's good to see him back behind the owner's table, if you will.
Yep.
Field is set. 13 laps have been completed. And we are ready to go when they come back around. Chase Dowling and Ron Silk are the top 2. The 10 of Doug Kobe, the 00 of Justin Bonsignore, row number 2. Woody Pitkat rounds out the top 5. Dana DiMatteo is 6. There's a green flag from Josh Manfredo. We're back underway as they head down into turn number 1. Silk trying to hang tight down the back straightaway as they hit turn 3. And look at DiMatteo go to work on Justin Bonsignore.
A little bit of bumper tag there as far as DiMatteo was concerned, not by him. He did a nice job to hang on to that race car and maintain his hold on the 5th spot. He's getting a challenge on the outside now, and that is going to be the number 18, Max Zackham. The Preston, Connecticut Charger is doing it good on the outside and down to the inside as he challenges heading into turn number 3.
Woody Pitkat off the pace and comes to a drives that car right down to the infield. Problems on the twisted T. Number 6, and the black flag out for Richard Savory. That Nerf bar is still rubbing up against that right rear tire. That's and a heartbreaker for Savory.
It certainly is. That's a can't miss. That black flag came out quick. Savory continues to journey around the racetrack. You'll see it again. He's got a smoking right rear tire. Tough break.
Field starting to stretch itself out around the 3rd mile. Chasing Chase Dowling, Ronnie Silk, Doug Kobe, your top 3. Justin Bonsignor and Dana DiMatteo, your top 5. Max Zachem having a good run already up inside the top 6. Started 10th on the field and has been able to quietly work his way up through the field. Problem for Chris Pasteryak. And the 44 of Dave Salzarillo goes around here on the front straightaway. Caution flag is out for the second time. 19. This time, Kobe trying to fill the hole down to the inside as they come off of 2.
Lots of side-by-side racing back to the tail end of this field. As you can see, it stays like that, and there's some good Nerf bar to Nerf bar racing. Look at Kyle Bonsignor go to work. Off of turn number 2, he comes up and he joins the dance party and doing a nice job in doing so.
Yeah, Max Zachem making some moves up top. Him and Dana DiMatteo racing side by side. Zachem with the half a car length advantage. Taking a look to the outside of Justin Bonsignor in that 00. Kyle battling with the 13 of Dylan Izzo right behind him. And then you've got Matt Swanson and Matt Hirschman racing side by side right behind them. That is for 9th and 10th.
DiMatteo and Zachem hooked up in a good battle. Wheel to wheel out of the corner. Zachem breaks right to the outside and goes by the 176. And he's doing a nice job holding that position.
Yeah, sits right up on the tail end of that 00 of Justin Bonsignor as they head down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, the 07 of Kyle Bonsignor working that top side, slides by Dylan Izzo up into the 7th position and sets his sights on the 76 of DiMatteo.
Further back, you've got some good racing going on side by side. You've got the number 3 car, Matt Swanson. He's duking it out with the number 60, the other Matt.
And Matt Hirschman hanging tight up on the outside. Hasn't had anywhere to go up top as they come across the corner. Now here is something to think about, running the outside, burning up those right side tires just a little bit more than the guys up at the front or the guys on the inside lane. That could be a issue as the laps wind down if you don't have enough tires left.
Wes Hinckley's on the low side off 2. Goes into the corner. And along for the ride, he's got Matt Hirschman up top. Down the chute they go in the turn number 3. Still duking it out. Wheel to wheel. Right behind Matt Swanson in the 3 car.
Chase Dowling continues to set the pace. A nice comfortable advantage he has over Ronnie Silk. They deep in the pack, though. That battle still goes on. Matt Hirschman backsliding just a little bit as Les Hinckley gets by. Hinckley down to the inside of Matt Swanson. Sam Ramo in tow. The 25 of Ronnie Williams, the 15 of Jake Johnson, all there as they work that bottom lane. So Swanson and Hirschman backsliding on the top side.
Williams right behind the 06 of Ramo. Sammy doing a nice job to get to that position. And Williams is going to go along for the ride in the turn number 3.
Kyle Bonsignor with a move underneath Dylan Izzo. Moves his way up a position. Him and Izzo have been going back and forth for that 7th position over the past 15 laps. Bonsignor finally able to make that move, but he's lost a little bit of ground on that 176 of Dana DiMatteo.
Down the back straightaway, you have the 06 running strong, running well. And also, as part of that is, well, we mentioned Swanson. 15th is Tommy Barrett. Chris Pasteryak is 16th. Matt Gelko is running 17th. Anthony Nocella's made his way up to 18th and make that 19th right now. And Brian Roby is right behind.
Joey Cipriano heads pit side in the 50C, the Bob Horn entry, and ends his afternoon. The 50 of Carl Madeira is heading pit side as well. 39 laps up on the board, and so far it has been all Chase Dowling. Deeper in the pack, the 25 of Ronnie Williams. He's gotten by Sam Ramo. So is Jake Johnson in the 15. And Ramo was able to shut the door on Matt Hirschman before Matt could make a move. And Les Hinckley goes to work on Dylan Izzo. Pushes him up the racetrack, gets a run down underneath.
Boy, he did a good job to get that down underneath him, too, going into turn number 1. Wheel to wheel through the 3rd and 4th turns as they come down the straightaway. Look at Ronnie Williams Ronnie Williams and the Gary Casella go with the fly number 25.
Yeah, it fills the void in down on the inside. Johnson, Ramo, Hirschman all in tow on the inside, trying to follow through and force Izzo back a few positions. Deep in the field, the 99 of Richard Avery, the 28 of Buddy Charette racing back in the field as the leaders are starting to thunder down into turn number 3.
Swanson stays right behind Matt Hirschman, going along for the ride right now. And Hinckley, he has got an eyeful of Kyle Bonsignore, but he is staying at a cool pace right now. And everybody behind him seems to want to stay right there, but stay with the 06.
Oh, Ronnie Williams is closed in on the back bumper. Ronnie's been doing a great job working his way through traffic. Jake Johnson has glued himself to the rear bumper. Now they go on the attack to Hinckley. They sit up on the tail end, heading down into turn number 1, and the Casella Motorsports machine sits in that 9th spot. Hinckley is 8th, Johnson is 10th, Izzo is 11th. As they come off of turn number 4 and across the stripe, 47 laps are complete. Make it 48 as your leader comes across the street now.
And the leader closing on the back end of the field, going to be closing up here pretty quickly into a pack of cars as they work off turn number 4.
DiMatteo just flew right by Max Zachem down into turn 3, like Zachem was stopped, but he was able to gather back in, but he loses a little bit of momentum. 50 down, 50 to go. We have hit the halfway, and Doug Coby has gotten by Ron Silk. We didn't even see that as we watched the tail end of the field. It is the 9 setting the pace. Trouble. Charette goes around right in front of Doug Coby, and that's all the cars that did not.
In honor of the
like each other because we have a difference of opinion. Isn't that how it goes? Field is set. Clinch green flag given to the field. We are at the halfway mark. 50 down, 50 to go. Dowling and Coby, your top 2 to bring the field down. Then you've got Silk and Bonsignore. Bonsignore 3rd on the field. Silk did pit on that one. That's what I get for reading the rundown instead of looking at the cars.
Of course, there was a lot of pit road activity. Look where Anthony Nocella is in the number 92.
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. Green flag is back on the speedway. And we're going to get a battle out of turn number 2 down the chute here. And who is going to be leading the lap when they come down the front straightaway? It's car number 9.
Chase Dowling back out front like he hasn't skipped a beat. Down the backstretch they go. Justin Bonsignore sitting 3rd. Zachem and DiMatteo continue to go at it, but Dana's got a good run up on the outside as they come across the corner. Behind them, Nocella and Johnson racing side by side, and then Belcito as Zachem got all sorts of crossed up off of turn 2.
Wow, did you see the action over there in the back straightaway? They literally split. Les Hinckley, that's the 60 and the 07. Great race out of turn number 2 here.
Tommy Barrett slow on the racetrack as he tries to limp that car around down the back straightaway. With Zachem getting losing some momentum, that allowed Jake Johnson to move up into 5th in that black, yellow, and red 15. And it doesn't look like Barrett's going to make it anywhere, and the caution flag comes out at lap 55.
Well, unfortunately, he was unable to get to the point where he could drive up that hill and get into the pit area.
Him again. Mateo, what a move he makes to drop down to the inside, shuts the door on Jake Johnson, and Nocella goes to work up top.
He is working, and he's working hard off turn number 4 to keep pace, trying to get to the outside of the 00 of Justin Bonsignore as they hurtle down the back straightaway into turn number 3.
Boy, is Nocella working hard on that outside. He has really got a great run going up top as he battles with Bonsignore off at turn number 2. Up front, top 2, nose to tail, but behind him, Nocella is the man on the move. Here comes Coby looking down low.
I'll tell you a guy that you want to keep an eye on here. Car number 25, NH. Ryan right down the front straightaway here. Look at how tight that is going into turn number 1.
Yeah, he's doing a great job up on the outside. Him and Les Hinckley battling. Here comes Ronnie Williams down on the inside. DiMatteo taking a peek to the inside of Justin Bonsignor as they hit turn one. Dowling had a little challenge from Kobe. He's been able to break away from that. Look at Ronnie Silk down to the inside of Angelo Belcito. Off before they come. Silk is on the move with Hinckley on his tail and Williams right there in tow.
He is. Roby's on the outside, and Matt just went by him. Matt in the 60 just went by him. Ronnie Williams is scooting right along, if you will, as he gets closer and closer to Hinckley, or makes an effort to do so.
Yeah. Tommy Catalano takes a look to the inside of Belcito, trying to make that move and get by Belcito into the top 10. Hirschman still isn't cracked the top 10 after his pit stop. He is back in 11th position, or 12th position, as he takes a look down underneath. Field stringing itself out around the third mile right now. The big move right now is the 21 of Belcito as he backslides on the top side. 65 laps complete. Hirschman taking a look to the inside of Tommy Catalano. Back in the 10th and 11th position down the back straightaway. Into 3 and 4 they go. Behind them, they've got Roby and, contact there.
Yes.
Roby and Belcito, Kyle Bonsignor, Sam Ramo, Matt Swanson, Chris Pastriak, all in that pack off at 2.
Swanson did a nice job. He quickly went up the hill over in the fourth corner, but he got control of it real fast and maintained his position. He may have fallen back one spot. We can always check that. But right now, though, if you look out there, you're going to find that after DiMatteo, Jake Johnson.
Not anymore. Jake has been able to squeeze by. So was Ronnie Silk. DiMatteo loses 2 positions, and Johnson finds himself in the top 5 for the first time in his first ever tri-track race.
Hinckley is running in the 9th position. Let me ask you something.
Go right ahead.
On a Saturday night here,
yes,
you would know. Does that sunshine become effective?
Effective, yes. A problem, no. Justin Bonsignor sitting 4th, and he has lost a whole bunch of ground to 3rd place as the 15 of Jake Johnson dives down to the inside off of turn number 4. Johnson moving his way up down low, side by side for 4th down the back straightaway. 73 laps complete, and Johnson looking for a top 4, slides by the 00, and with Silk on his tail down into turn number 1.
Look at Anthony Nocella continuing to just drive along, trying to catch up to those 2 leaders, but he started out back, my friend. And he is right now running in the 3rd spot in the Nocella paving number 92.
You know, he timed that pit stop came absolutely perfect for him. He wasn't in trouble off at turn number 2. Matt Swanson goes around, and he stayed out track, and we've seen that back straight away.
This is turning into a Saturday night 25 lap go here as they rocket off the number 4 corner. Look at Nocella right there, tight, right behind the there goes the 10 car around, and look at this.
Oh, Hinckley with nowhere to go.
Oh,
couldn't
man.
see in all that smoke.
Race here at Seacock. Keep
always happened. Wheel at the top. For 4. Josh Manfredo gives the field the clinch green flag. This time, when Chase Dowling looks to the right, he sees Ronnie Silk lined up on the outside of him. Dana DiMatteo 4th, Jake Johnson sitting 3rd with 25 laps remaining in this one.
Johnson's got to be feeling pretty good right here. Despite the 25 laps, you know, he's done a good job.
He definitely has. There's a green flag. We're back underway. And look at Ronnie Silk hang tight on the outside as they race wheel to wheel at the top of the field, down into turn number 3. Dowling trying to hold on to the advantage, gets a good run off of 4 and sets the pace.
The veteran versus the young charger. through the first and second turn. Down the back straightaway they go. DiMatteo. Here comes Ronnie Williams. Gary Casella's go with the fly. 25 car is right now running in the number 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth. He's right in front of DiMatteo.
Laps are winding down, and keep your eyes on the number 60 of Matt Hirschman. He sits behind Justin Bonsignor. And how about Tommy Catalano on the outside?
Nice job.
And Matt is starting to get a little anxious because the laps are winding down, and he's not where he's familiar. He's usually at the top of the field by now, and he has got to come from the 8th position in the final 21 laps.
Those of you that are visiting for the first time and watching your first modified race here at Seacock, keep an eye on car number 60, red in color. As the laps are clicking away here, 80 completed laps, the 60 is going to do everything he can to get to the front.
Sam Ramo down underneath Justin Bonsignor takes that spot away while Matt Hirschman works over Tommy Catalano. Boy, I am impressed by Catalano here tonight, the way he is running. And he is strong on the outside lane, too. As they hit turn 1, battle for third, and look at Williams all over the back bumper of Johnson as he takes a look to the outside, tries to cross over off of 4, but Johnson's able to hold the bottom lane.
Johnson's not giving it away either.
No, he's not. You know, he's a young kid. 19, just graduated from high school, and this kid, you know, he's got college ahead of him, but I tell you what, he's got a good feel for a race car.
So now Matt is behind DiMatteo. Does he stay down low there, or will he shoot to the outside?
Well, at this point, there's only 15 laps to go. You do what you got to do to try to get around someone short of stuffing them. As they hit turn 3, Hirschman takes a look to the outside, can't get the run there, settles it in, and we get the same situation. Trouble for Dylan Izzo down the back, turn 3. Caution, man. Yeah, I don't think they were happy with the way they came down for the start. So we will try that again. Dowling and Silk trying to outsmart each other. The rule on the restarts is very simple. There's a box over there in turn 4. Anywhere in between there, from the first line to the second line, Chase Dowling has the right to go at his pace. And when they get to the second line, if they haven't gone, then Ronnie Silk can do it. This time, nice and even. As they hit turn 1, side by side, Silk trying to hang on. Look at Williams work that outside. Silk settles in. Here comes Williams up top.
He certainly is as they work down the front straightaway. Williams on the outside. Johnson's right there on the inside, and watching it all is Matt Hirschman and 60.
Off the corner they come, and Williams up into third. They hit turns 1 and 2. Johnson trying to battle back. Hirschman waiting for an opening because he is out of time with only 12 laps remaining this time at the stripe. Williams hits that third spot. Hirschman tries the outside down into turns 1 and 2.
He wants to see if he can go along the 15 car and stay right with the number 25. Can he do it?
Johnson.
He's going to look to the inside. No, he's not. He thought better of it.
He is thinking of it, and I wouldn't be surprised if he tries it because Jake is strong enough that Williams cannot shut the door. They continue to race side by side for third. Down the back straight away. Williams with a nose advantage down into turn 3.
Williams is probably saying to himself, who is this kid?
You know, a lot of people are probably saying that too. And this time down the backstretch, he's only got a Nerf bar, the front bumper ahead. They come off before. Here comes Hirschman down to the inside. No room.
Can't get it done. Can't get it done because those two in front are putting on a hell of a drag race.
Side by side, still for that third position, while Dowling and Silk have pulled away at the stripe that time.
Car around. We have a car around over there.
And that is the 06 of Sam Ramo.
Not winning this race.
Stranger things have happened. Looking for the green. Off the corner they come. Dowling and Silk. And look at Silk up on the outside with a good run down into turn number 1. Wheel to wheel. Johnson's edging out of Williams. Here comes Hirschman up into fourth. Down to the inside, Hirschman looking 3 wide.
He almost did pull it off or gave it a good look anyway, but it's not the case as they work down the back straightaway.
And look at
Hirschman's on the move.
And look at Johnson going for second off of turn number 4. Silk up on the outside. Hirschman right behind them looking for an opening. Johnson a little bit loose. Hirschman looking 3 wide, doesn't back off.
He thought better of it as they go into turn number 3. They are going to get the 5 to go right now. 5 laps to go as they go through that first and second turn. Nose to tail down the back straightaway. Look at Catalano. Catalano wants a position back. He fights strong and hard out of the corner.
Down into turns 1 and 2, and Dowling in a breakaway. 4 laps remaining in this one, and Dowling is in control. Silk is second, Johnson third. Fourth is Hirschman. Fifth is Williams. Deep in the field there, double wide, racing for position, but we're going to keep an eye on up front. Right now, the big battle is for that final podium spot. Hirschman all over Jake Johnson.
2 laps to go at the stripe. Chase Dowling getting it done here this afternoon as they work down into turn number 3.
And boy, is Matt all over Jake. Gave him a shot off at 2.
Yep.
White flag is out. And this could be the Cinderella story for the podium. Chase Dowling leads it into 3 and 4. All alone at the top of the field. Green to checker, wire to wire. Chase Dowling wins the Haunted 100. Second place to Ronnie Silk. Third place going to Jake Johnson with Matt Hirschman and Ronnie Williams, your top 5.
That definitely is the story here for down at the start finish.